The air hummed with tension, thick with the scent of ozone and spilled blood. At the center of it all stood Zila, the blade of the wastes, her armor scarred from 100 battles, her eyes burning with the fury of a dying star. Her clan, a wall of hardened warriors, mirrored her ferocity, their weapons poised, their snarls echoing across the desolate plains. Facing them was a single human, small and unarmed, an absurd speck against their overwhelming might. Then, the unthinkable happened. The human, with a calm that defied all logic, stepped forward. Not in aggression, but with a gentle, almost hesitant grace. He reached out his hand, and time itself seemed to hold its breath. Jilla, the warrior who had felled beasts 10 times her size, who had never known a moment of fear, simply stood frozen as his palm came to rest atop her horned helmet. He patted her head, once, twice, a collective gasp ripped through the clan. Weapons, held with unwavering strength only moments before, now clattered to the ground, a cascade of falling steel. The warriors stared, their eyes wide with disbelief. Their chieftain, their unyielding leader, the very embodiment of their people's strength, was melting. Zilla's fierce posture crumbled. Her shoulders, which had carried the weight of her clan, slumped. The snarl on her lips softened into something unreadable, something vulnerable. She knelt. Not in defeat, but in a strange, willing submission. Her head bowed further under the human's gentle, rhythmic pats. A blush, a concept so alien to her battle-hardened face, crept up her neck, a stark crimson against her gray skin. Her second-in-command, a grizzled veteran named Gorok, took a stumbling step back. "Chief?" he croaked, his voice cracking. The word felt wrong on his tongue. She wasn't their chief anymore. In that single bewildering moment of tenderness, her authority had evaporated like mist in the morning sun. The hierarchy that had defined their lives for generations had been shattered by a simple head pat. The human didn't seem to notice the chaos he had caused. He just kept patting, a small serene smile on his face. Zayla, for her part, let out a soft sound, a low rumble that was almost a purr. Her large, clawed hands, which had ended so many lives, rested limply on her knees. Her gaze, once a weapon in itself, was now soft, upturned toward the human with an expression of pure, unadulterated contentment. The clan was lost. They looked from their former leader, now docile and kneeling, to the small human who commanded her with an effortless touch. There was no aggression, no threat, just an act of affection so profound it had disarmed an entire army. They saw Zilla not as the blade of the wastes, but as someone tamed, someone who had found something more compelling than power. Slowly, one by one, the rest of the clan knelt, not to Zilla, but to the scene before them. They laid their weapons down, not in surrender to an enemy, but in acknowledgement of a new, incomprehensible power. The power of a simple, affectionate gesture. The battle was over before it had even begun, won not by a sword, but by a head pat. And as Zilla leaned into the human's touch, her clan knew that their world had changed forever.